Okay guys, it's not morning. Well, it is still morning. It's still morning. It's 11:45. It's Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm totally losing track of my days. Sorry, and I'm got a crazy. So today, Saturday, we went to the grocery store this morning. We're pretty well stocked with things, but you know, like fresh fruit and vegetables and stuff, obviously you have to go every week to get that kind of thing. I was able to find eggs, which was very exciting, and chicken. I got a couple packages, 2 packages of chicken breasts. So I make some chicken tenders, but I use crushed up pork rinds for that because I can't eat gluten. So I do crushed up pork rinds as the breading on chicken tenders. So I've got 2 packages, so we can do 2 different dinners with as chicken tenders, which both my kids and my husband and myself, we all really love that. So that'll be good. I wasn't able to get chicken breast until now, so that's good. But anyway, I am in the sewing room a little earlier than normal. I've not worked out yet. I'm still in my scrubbies. I'm in my new sweatshirt, of which I noticed the stupid, sorry about that. My sister was calling. We're all trying to stay sane. Which, by the way, if you guys are looking for a way to talk with your friends remotely, look into the app Marco Polo. I was not familiar with this app before. It's a way to like leave little videos, and you can have like group chats and stuff. Yeah, it's MARCOPOLO, 2 words. But I've been having a lot of fun on that. We've been, talking with my friends, and you can leave a message so they don't have to be on when you're leaving the message, and then you can reply back. It's like texting, but with videos, kind of. Anyway, just something that I've discovered. Okay, so I'm going to set you guys up, and I'm going to make this dress. Also, I was just talking to my sister about this. The fabric store is currently having 30% off their range of linen, which they have their regular linen and their heavyweight linen. Heavyweight linen is fantastic for pants. It would be great for jackets, overalls, any of that kind of thing. And then their regular linen is fantastic for dresses, tops. I've even actually made pants out of their lightweight linen, or their regular linen, but it comes in a million different colors, and it's 30% off right now. And if you're in the US, it ships so quickly, and it's free shipping if you spend at least 200 New Zealand dollars, which comes up to about I spent 130 US dollars and got free shipping. So, and I think the interest, obviously the dollar changes constantly, but I think I spent like 230 New Zealand dollars, which came up to like 130 US dollars. So, take that for what you will, but I ordered a few things, but they don't ever, normally they'll have 20% off sales, but I don't know that I've ever seen a 30% off sale. So definitely check that out. I just, if you're interested in linens, I ordered a few of their regular stuff and a couple of the heavyweight stuff for some pants and shorts and stuff for summer. So anyway, that's my PSA for the day. Okay, I'm going to set you up and sew a dress. All right, so my dress is done. I've got it on. I'm gonna show you guys. It's not completely done. I still have to hand sew the lining to the waistband, or to the waist seam of the skirt on the inside, so I have pins in there, so I'm being stabbed actually as we're sitting here talking to you. But other than that, the rest of the dress is done, and it's so cute, and I love it in this fabric. I'm very pleased with all of that, so that's very exciting. So I'm just gonna really quickly show you what I've got so far. So let's see if I can, nope, we're gonna be up too high. Hold on. All right, so here is the finished dress. I just think it's so cute. It's a little, look in the mirror here. I'm kind of wondering if my hem is gonna fall, because it is a flared dress. I feel like it is already falling maybe a little bit on the sides. So I may have to go back in and, which is a little annoying, but I may have to go back in and even that up a little bit. But I've got enough, I think, play to mess around with it. There we go. There we go. My darts ended up being, although, hold on. I've got pins in the waist here, so I'm trying not to stab myself. My darts are a little high, so I think if I make this again, and I think I will try the other skirt, I just need to lower those by about, like an inch. A good inch, maybe inch and a half. I mean, it doesn't bother me enough to change it now. But yeah, I think this dress worked really well for this fabric, and I love my ties. So yes, so there is another finished dress. I'm on a one garment a day. You guys still haven't seen what I did yesterday because that's a garment test, but I'm on one garment a day tear at the moment. We'll see how long that lasts. I just want to say though, sewing really is my way of not escaping necessarily, but focusing in and really coming to grips with my emotions and how I'm feeling. What? Go away. What? Oh. I love having everyone home. Okay. Sewing is just a really great way for me to focus in on emotions and less of escaping, but more of just really taking stock of how I'm feeling. A little bit of escapism probably too, but as of right now, I'm just really getting a lot of sanity, just, because we are 4 of us in the house all at once, but also just everything that's going on in the world right now and all the stress and just everything, all that this quarantine and everything is going to mean for everyone later on down the road. So anyway, this is definitely my little happy place on the internet, so that's where we're going to keep it. Okay, my son was just in here and he wanted me to point out, so my son is also very creative, and when I was gone, I don't remember where I was, he's gotten into needle felting a little bit. What? Oh, when I was on my sewing retreat, he felted me, look at this. He's gotten into the felting. He felted me a little duck, but look what he free felted. It's a little sewing machine. So he had this waiting for me when I got back from my sewing retreat. It's kind of fuzzy. You see he put the little needle and stuff that's in there, and then the little duck can sit at the little sewing machine. Isn't that cute? Anyway, I hadn't shown you guys that yet. Bless his heart. We're going to go learn to crochet now this afternoon. He is bored. So we're going to go learn to crochet on Blueprint. So that is our plans for today. So that's probably going to be it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow morning because this will be going up Saturday, and Sunday will be going up together on Monday since I have a regular video going up tomorrow. All right. I will see you guys. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Let me get out. Oh, there we go. There we go. I feel like I should start these days like Captain's Log Day, whatever today is. All right, so it is Sunday, and I had a tutorial that went up on the channel this morning on how to slim down the legs. I ended up slimming the legs of my Liana jeans. I'm wearing them a ton more now that I have slimmed those legs down. In fact, I just washed them yesterday. But yeah, I'm much more pleased with the classic leg on those than the flared that I did have. So, hope you guys are enjoying that video. It is, let's see, it is 1:06, and I feel like that me getting into the sewing room before 1:30 is almost impossible, and that's okay. So it's Sunday. We have done our online church. Our church is doing, it's sort of regular services, but online. So our preacher's even preaching from his own home. We go to a really big church. It's just very interesting how we're all having to adapt to everything. But we did. We had church this morning at 9 o'clock in our living room. And since then, my son and I are learning to crochet. That is kind of the craft that we are embracing during this time. He's been wanting to know for quite a while, and he asked if I would learn with him. So yes, because I did not know how to crochet. It's similar to knitting. I do knit. Yeah, there's a lot of, I feel like I can pull from my knitting knowledge in learning to crochet, if that makes sense. Anyway, he is upstairs trying to teach himself how to crochet in the round on Blueprint. If you don't have Blueprint, it has been amazing during this time because my kids can just get on and watch whatever crafty video that they kind of want to learn at any given point. And then my daughter is upstairs drawing on her Wacom tablet, which is her digital drawing. She's still trying to figure all of that out and figure out digital art in and of itself. She loves to draw, loves to paint, that kind of thing. So she's figuring out the digital side. Let's see, we have done... Gidget, get off the pattern. Does anyone else's animals do that? Like if there's any piece of fabric or even paper patterns on the floor, that's where she lies down. I'll go take you over to Gidget here in a second as soon as I'm done talking. But anyway, let's see, I've stripped my bed and washing all the sheets and all the bedding really on my bed. I don't know about you guys, but being stuck in the house, and we can go outside, obviously. It's just really cold here this weekend. It's in the 30s. But it almost feels like a sick house, you know? And none of us are sick. But I think it's just because it's so closed off because, again, it's cold. Like we can't have windows open or anything right now. I think that's supposed to change next week. But it just makes me want to like wash all the soft furnishings in my house. Anyway, I'm doing our bed today, and I'll probably do the kids' beds this week. But that's what I've been up to so far. And I decided to come down to the sewing room. I needed a little time to myself, which equates to sewing for me. So I decided to be unselfish in my sewing today, and I have printed off 2 patterns. Although, a little bit of a PSA, although by the time you watch this, it'll be over. Sorry. Style Art Patterns was having, it's over today though, a sale on all their PDF patterns because it sounds like they're going to have to completely, they're in Australia and they're having to completely shut down operations as far as shipping like paper patterns and any of the fabric and stuff that they offer. But they were running a 25% off sale through today on their PDF patterns. I have made their Como cardigan and that is it. I made it for Sew My Style last year. The instructions are extremely sparse on those patterns, but they're really well drafted. And if you kind of know what you're doing, the notches all match up, and I mean, they're not, I don't find them beginner friendly probably, but just because the instructions are so sparse, but oh my gosh, I really enjoyed that one. And Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles, we were talking this morning on Instagram direct message, which, I mean, thank goodness for social media, especially during this time. But she's in Brazil, for heaven's sakes. You know, we wouldn't be able to talk in person even if there weren't all these restrictions. So just being able to commiserate with one another in this crazy time, number one, but then also talking about she's made quite a few of the Style Art patterns. And while she is a lot taller than I am, I think she's 5'8", is what she has said. So her limbs are, bless her, much longer than mine, but we have very similar body considerations when we are sewing. Anyway, so we were kind of chatting. I know she's made a few of the Style Art patterns and really loves them, and I was getting a little overwhelmed on the website, but I ordered a few today, and I'm very excited to try those out. In fact, some of the plans that I'd kind of laid out on my couch I think are going to be changing so I can sew up a couple of these new Style Art patterns that I just purchased. And actually, I may abandon for right now a couple of the projects that are on the couch and pull from some of the fabric that I already have out here, some other of my newer stuff, some of my linens, and make a few things. I've been kind of wanting to get through some of my digital patterns. Anyway, I'm going to be unselfish today. I'm going to, I have a Minerva fabric here. It's a knit. It's a cotton jersey right here. I had grabbed this one. It's a pretty thin, I mean, it's a thin cotton jersey, but it does have spandex in it. I mean, it's got recovery. Sometimes the cotton jerseys that are really thin and don't have spandex in them, really, they do not retain their shape at all and are really difficult. However, it doesn't really matter, even if this one was like that, but it's not. It does have some spandex in it. It's got good recovery. I'm going to make my daughter a kind of a boxy, cropped t-shirt. And I'm going to use, the reason I thought this was more orange, more of a burnt orange than what it is when I grabbed it off Minerva. It's really more of a salmon, and I think the color is even called salmon. I don't know why. I thought, don't go by the pictures on the computer. Like, you should do both. The pictures on the computer plus the descriptor names. But anyway, this is a little too pink for me. So I'm going to let my daughter have this one, and I'm going to make her a boxy cropped top, and I'm using the Melrose top by Itch to Stitch. I'll pop a picture of the pattern up here. But it's for a woven dress or top, but I'm just gonna use a knit for the kind of the cropped boxy top, because that's what she was wanting anyway. It's got a dolman sleeve on it with cuffs, and there's like a band at the bottom that I'm gonna put on there. And I'm assuming there's a neckline facing. I haven't looked at the pattern other than printing it off. I'll probably just omit that and probably draft my own neckband, which I'll be showing you guys how to do in t-shirt week when we get there. And then I've also printed off the Dawn jeans, the shorts, the pages off for the shorts. Cause I made her a pair of Dawn shorts, which is this view right here. I printed off, or made her a pair of Dawn shorts last year, and she loved them. She loves the high waist. She likes it really snug against her waist. There we go. But she's just grown and she can't fit into the ones I made her last summer. So I'm making her, she's gone from a size 0 to a size 4 hip. Actually, I think last year she was a size 2 hip. Now we're a size 4 hip with still a size 0 waist or 2 waist, something like that. I don't know. I've measured her. Anyway, I'm going to use the white denim that I purchased at Let's Sew, because I told her I would make her a pair of high-waisted shorts. So that is what I'm going to assemble those 2 patterns today and get those cut out. I don't know if I'll get any sewing done today or not. Maybe. I don't think the shirt will take me any time at all. And honestly, the jeans won't either, because I'm going to top stitch with the white thread, which will be in my industrial machine, so I won't have to be bopping around from machine to machine for the top stitching. And I can usually make a pair of jeans pretty quickly. I think I'm giving away some stuff. I may have made a pair of jeans last week, and it took me 3 hours. I had it all cut out already, but it took me 3 hours to sew them. So I think I can get a pair of shorts, especially if I'm not moving around from machine to machine for tops stitching. So I'll be top stitching with the same thread that I'm sewing them with, that I might be able to cut that time down a little bit. So anyway, those are my plans for today. I don't think I'm going to time lapse you while I'm putting the pattern pieces together, because I'm noticing I have got a definite need some more batteries for my camera and memory cards, because I've been running out of room on both and having to stop and recharge batteries and then dump stuff onto my computer and take it off the current memory card so that I have room for other things. So that was a lot of talk, almost 9 minutes, 9 minutes of talk. All right, so I'm gonna really quickly, I will set you up after I've put these pattern pieces together though, when I cut everything out, because I think it's kind of fun to watch. Okay, so that's the plans for today. Okay, people have been asking, so we're gonna see how are you doing in this current state of quarantine, Gidget? Has life changed at all for you? Probably not, other than all of your people are home all day long. Which means more walks. Huh? More walks for the babe. Gidget, can you sit up? Gidget, can you sit up? Huh? Okay, I think that's all the action we're getting out of her today. Alright, so like I mentioned, I'm getting ready to make my daughter this Melrose top from Itch to Stitch. Now, I want to talk about how I'm changing this to be a knit pattern. So this is made for wovens. I'm using a bust, the D-cup front for her actually, but I'm not going to sew the dart. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to, because it's a knit and I just don't want the dart in there, just some of the different things I'm going to do this out of a knit. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark an inch down from this dart leg, and an inch up from the start leg, and then I'm going to, well, here, let me set you down. Get both my hands free. Okay. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got my dart legs that are here. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm going to measure an inch below my dart leg. And I'm going to mark that on the side seam. And then I'm going to mark an inch above this dart leg and mark that on right there. So as you can see, I have a notch an inch below the dart leg and an inch above the dart leg. And I cut off the trued, little triangle that comes out, but I did leave a little bit of a rounded part here for the bust on there. All right, and then the reason I'm making those darts is that I'm going to make darts 2 inches apart on the back piece. And I'm just gonna measure up from my lengthen and shorten line, and it looks like 7/8 up. So I'm gonna mark 7/8 up from my lengthen and shorten line. Those should be in the same spot. Do a dart or a notch there. Well, are they in the same spot? Hold on. Looks a little high. They're not. All right, scratch that. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna lay my back on top of my front and mark. I can see through that. Okay, so there's my first dart, or my first notch that I'm marking on the back. And then I'm gonna mark up 2 inches and put another notch. I'm gonna get rid of that one. All right, so basically I will mark these in the pattern, and effectively I'm going to stretch the back and kind of ease in the front so that the notches match, if that makes sense. So basically I've gone an inch down, so there's 2 inches here. So I'm gonna be easing in this dart bulk in between this 2 inch period as well. And typically that works just fine. So, and I think I've got, my knit should be good to do that. Then the other change I'm making is this pattern uses a bias strip to bind the neckline. And I'm just gonna use the neckline, the neck binding for the pattern, and instead of cutting anything on the bias, because I'm using a knit, I'm just gonna cut this one piece on the cross grain of the knit, because it'll have the stretch. Yeah, I'm just going to use this pattern piece to do that, and I will bind the neck similar to as if I was using a woven. So that is what I'm doing differently on this pattern in order to sew it with a knit instead of with the woven that it is designed for. So I think that's it. Okay, I will, I'm going to actually go for a walk. My son really needs to get out of the house. So I've not taped together the Dawn shorts. So I'm hoping once we've gone for a walk, I can come back and cut this out of fabric and at least get this sewn up today. So we will see. I'll definitely time lapse you when it's time to cut out the fabric. Okay, so I just cut out both her top and her shorts. I'm going to sew the shorts today instead of the top, mostly because I need to wind bobbins for the thread for her top. Just in it, my machine automatically winds bobbins while I'm sewing, so I'll just start with the shorts and then wind the bobbin for the new thread as it's going. So I'm going to time myself and see how long this takes me. I have no idea how much battery I have left on my camera or how much memory card space there is. So I started off the day with fresh both, but we'll see. But I am going to put you up here and time lapse you while I sew a pair of jean shorts. And I am again going to time myself. I look atrocious at the moment. I went outside with my son to go for a nice long walk, and I was going to walk to the their elementary school that they went to is a mile almost exactly away from our house. And so we were going to walk up to the playground for him to shoot some baskets, just to give him something to do. And we made it to the school, and it started sleeting and like freezing rain pelting down that was then hitting us in the face on the entire mile walk back to our house. So I wasn't sick before. I felt like my face surely was bleeding by the time we got back. A little miserable. But anyway, I'm warm again, and I've got some sweet tarts here, so I'm going to set you up and we're going to sew some shorts. Okay, there they are. Finished Dawn shorts. I've used the nickel buttons. I had a button fly jean kit. She wanted the exposed button fly. I had a nickel one. Got the nickel rivets, and on the back, white denim, not much to say. I will have her put them on and model them tomorrow after I finish the top, so she can just model both pieces for you. But yay, another piece of clothing done on another day. Okay, so there you have it. I got the shorts done today. It took me, I started at 3:40. I looked at my watch. I got most of it filmed before the battery died. But I started at 3:40 and I was done and everything was cleaned up by 5:42. So that took me just right at about 2 hours to sew those up. You know, it helps with shorts. You just don't have quite as long seams and all that kind of stuff. Your pressing goes a little quicker, and she's also a small size, so that also helps. But yeah, got her white shorts done. So tomorrow I will start in, got the bob and wound for her t-shirt, so I will get that started tomorrow. First things first, of course, we've got school first in the morning. Woo! My hair looks amazing. Just went out to get grab some takeout. Yeah, that's all I've got for today. Okay, we are getting close to the Great Module Sew Along reveal. I already have that filmed. It's already uploaded. That goes up on Tuesday. So make sure if you guys are working on your own modules that you've got your reveal posts up on Instagram by Tuesday midnight Eastern Standard Time. And Carla and I will be talking later in the week to pick 4 winners for the 4 prize bundles. So that's very exciting. Yeah, so we've got that coming up next week. Yeah, we'll just have vlogs as per normal. I think I've decided as far as t-shirt week, so a week from today is the start of t-shirt week. And I've got a video, like a standard video that, me like put together that I'm doing to kick that off. But then I thought I will have regular videos going up on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday that are related to t-shirt week. But I thought I'll wait and sew all those t-shirts next week on the vlog. So it'll almost be kind of like a sew along for all the t-shirts. And we'll just kind of make them as we go, and I can film specific like how to do the different neck bands, because that's going to be Friday's video, I believe. That way that's easy to go back and look at later on down the road if that's a dedicated video. But everything else, yeah, we're just going to kind of go along. A lot of questions on t-shirt patterns. You can really use whatever you want. I'll be using the Pamela Patterns Perfect Tee, the Itch to Stitch Idlewild t-shirt, Love Notions Classic Tee, and I'm also using Seamwork Patterns, their Ellie Henley. So those are kind of the ones that I will be sewing through and making different variations based on those t-shirts. All right, that's all I got for today. I need to download this so I can edit and get this all uploaded to YouTube. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.